Welcome to my channel. I'm Mary Bourne. Some people call me Dr. Mary. I'm a traditional naturopath. I love sharing natural remedies with people. I have 3 venues on my channel, Mary Bourne ND, and this is what we call Health to Home. And my other channel my other part of the channel is Gardening with Granny, which is a very short venue where I create videos that are maybe 3 to 5 minutes, sometimes 20 if I'm taking you on a garden tour. And as I age, I realize that gardening has to be different. I can't put in 100 flats of annual flowers like I used to when I was in my 40s. And so I take you along with that and help you realize maybe that you can still garden and still enjoy it without being full of pain. And then the final part of the channel is what I call Herbal Hour. And in the Herbal Hour, it does take almost an hour, sometimes a little more. I talk about the systems of the body, how they work, how you can help your body be healthier. So welcome new people, and thank you to the subscribers that have been with me for a while. Thank you for sharing this channel with other people. In the month of March, we're going to talk about basically our belief system. We already have, like in January, we talked about the stress responses. So please go check those out. Those stress responses are fight, flight, or freeze. And we talked about how they interact, how you can move through them. And in February, we talked about how the body can move through these processes and be more healthful. So now in March, I want to talk about our belief system. Now, we talk about fear versus faith, and really it isn't about religion. So I do want to caution those people who think that their beliefs, that others who believe have a belief system. Everybody has a belief system. What you believe in is basically running your life. So today we want to talk about the energy aspect of the belief system. Now, we know winter eventually will turn into spring. Sometimes we wonder if it will ever come, but we know it will come. Day will eventually turn into evening, and nighttime will turn into day. And those are the cycles, and we know this for a fact. There will be a tomorrow. We may not enjoy tomorrow, or we can make it the best tomorrow possible. We know the sun will rise and the rain will fall, yet I have no power over any of that, just as you have no power over any of that. We think maybe we can control things, but these are events that occur without our control. What I do have power over are my thoughts and how I act on those thoughts. So let's get into it. Today's Health Home. Let's see if we can click through this. There we go. So what you want to do, I like to do first thing in the morning, is a self-check. Not only how am I feeling, but also how my feelings are. Am I happy? Am I sad? Am I full of fear? Am I worried about something? Do I feel like complaining to somebody? Am I anxious? Do I feel like grumbling? Do I want to blame somebody for some situation? How about accusing people? You did this, you did that. Arguing. You want to argue about something. How much do you think about yourself and not how that is going to impact others? If you live in a family, you have to realize that your actions are going to have consequences, and how are those consequences going to impact the rest of the family? Do you want to steal? Do you want to, because you don't have something you want, you feel like you're entitled to steal it from somebody else? Dishonesty. Well, I'll just tell this one little white lie. No, it doesn't work that way. Lies seem to compound. Cheating. Check it out. Sometimes we do that. Now, when we face the fact that those feelings have created consequences that we're not happy about, we have to forgive ourselves and then say, how can I do better? So over on the other area, so you might want to take a screenshot of this because it's helpful to examine your feelings and then maybe check it or highlight it or whatever and see where you are in this. And then what do you need to do to move to the next level? Because what you want to ask is, does this make me happy? Does this feeling make me feel good? So when it comes to faith, there's hope, there's recognition. Okay, I screwed up. Maybe apologize, maybe find forgiveness in somebody else. Then there's understanding. Well, there should be a D in that. Understanding. There's planning, how you can do something and be more effective. Helping others. It always makes you feel better when you can help others. Cooperating. That means, if a neighbor has a situation, you can cooperate with each other and get that situation done. And it can benefit both of you. Work, putting your nose to the grindstone, so to speak. There's always benefit in hard work. Now, work shouldn't be an avoidance. Work should be accomplishment. Being kind. We talk about it a lot, but being kind is very important. Honorable. Teach people, your children, to be honorable. I can count on you. And loyalty. Family above friends, family above situations. Who's going to be there for you but family? So be supportive and remember that it's your choice. You can choose any one of these or multiple ones. It really is up to you. How are you going to respond? So belief isn't a religion. It has to do with what you feel to be true more than what you know to be true. Now, there is a lot of things that we think we know, but if we examine it, is it something we know or something that somebody else has convinced us that we know? So whether you believe you can or not, you're right, Henry Ford said. And in Proverbs says, as a man think, so he is. And man meaning human. So we are more in charge of our thoughts than we are our feelings. Feelings come from the instinctual brain. So we have our thinking brain and we have our instinctual brain. Now, the instinctual brain runs eye blinking, heart beating, whether we perspire, all of these things that are done without our conscious effort. So sadness, anger, unworthiness, discouragement, heartless, apathetic, which means I don't care, all can be triggered by events, incidences, words, even smells. So we can move through these processes sometimes without even being aware that we are moving through these. So we have to come to a state of awareness so that we can correct this. Because you know what? Nobody likes feeling sad. Nobody likes feeling angry. You can get a lot of housework done moving through anger, vacuuming and, being charged up. There's a place for it. There's a place for sadness. But it isn't where you want to live. You often process through these things, and it's okay, but it isn't where you want to live. So belief is being and living. So where is it that you want to live? Now, do you want to live in the land of make-believe? Like Peter Pan? So imagination can be good or bad. You choose. But remember, it is only in your mind, and not everybody sees it like you do. The fact is that everything that exists began with imagination because somebody believed it. Flight airplanes now occur because the Wright brothers or some other people knew that something put in the air could remain in the air like a bird. So things exist because there was thought first. And before the thought, there was imagination, and there was energy that drove that imagination. An individual's energy is a result of several factors, including mindset, experience, thought patterns, and their perception of the world. Dreamers, there are some people that they can see something in their mind, and sometimes they can put it to a drawing or some kind of cut out a magazine article, or so that they can share what's in their mind with somebody else. And then there are people that it's all in their head and they can't share that. They don't have the words or the ability to draw that particular imaginary thing. Now, what keeps something from a dream to move through imagination to reality is action. And it takes energy to do that. So each of us have a unique internal map of how we view our external reality based on how we have responded to life experiences. This in turn shapes our belief system and our identity, how our world is. Now, you can be aware that there are bad things happening in the world. They may or may not affect you, and being prepared for those situations gives you confidence that you're going to be okay. However, we realize that we don't really have control. And so worrying about something or constantly having it be every part of our life is not healthy. There are vibrations that determine our health, and high vibratory people are healthier than people with low energy. It affects your immune system. So you want high energy. Now, some of the things that can move you through this, even when you are not totally aware of how bad you feel emotionally, there are essential oils that can help move you through. There are flower essences that I've talked about that can help move that energy, raise the vibrational rate of your body so that you are not sick. Part of, like I said, part of my channel is gardening. And when you see that a plant is all droopy, first thing you think of is, whoa, when did I water that last? And when you water it, wow, all of a sudden it picks up, its leaves are healthier, vibrant, but the energy of that plant when it is in stress is low. It is dying. So when you give it water, it needs water to live. It now is living. I hope you see the comparison in that. So most people, peppermint will raise their vibratory rate. It is an energizing essential oil. Other people, most people, lavender will calm them down. So knowing where you are, whether you're running away with this horrible message of fear and that, maybe calming you down is what you need. If you're feeling low and lethargic and you don't want to do anything, maybe peppermint will be what you need. And the easy thing is to have both of these on hand, smell one, smell the other, check how you feel, and choose the appropriate one. Both of them you can put a drop behind your ears, smell it in, and you can feel uplifted. Or you can put it in a diffuser and have it diffusing while you're working. Some people will go to these fake fragrances and think that they clean their house with these fake fragrances. No, that is not what you want to do. Those are chemicals. They can interfere with your respiratory system. Don't use those fake candles, fake atomizers. Get into the habit of using pure organic essential oils. And then you're actually going to improve your own health, not just cover it up. Now, there are some people that are opposite driven. We have parasympathetic and sympathetic, and they're switched. And lavender will perk them up, and peppermint will calm them down. I had a high school student who, every time he smelled peppermint, he would get drowsy. I know. But you have to realize everybody's different. And so when I had him smell the lavender, he perked up and said, wow. And his mind opened up and he was able to see the things more clearly. So that's why I like having them both on hand, because everybody's different, and what, feeds one person's soul may not feed the other person. So raise your vibrations with essential oil. You can apply them topically. Now, some people are affected, so you don't want to take peppermint and put it underneath your lip, on your lip, or underneath your nose, because you could end up with a rash. It is high. Some people are very sensitive to it, and this is really a sensitive area. So you want to be careful. Like I said, putting a drop on the finger, rubbing your fingers together, massaging it behind the ears. Oftentimes that's not reactive, but that's where it can go immediately into the olfactory system, which is the breathing in, and the mucous membranes actually travel so fast, lightning speed, it can get through your body. Whereas if you take it internally, you're going to end up having to process it through the liver, and it's just forever, really forever. So you want to make sure that you're just doing it to help with the olfactory. So belief motivates all your actions. And it hasn't really anything to do with religion, although if you believe in God, I have seen where that can be very supportive. So to believe is to be and live. A belief is an emotionally charged thought or idea which we have accepted as true or possibly true. Because we believe it, we base our actions on it. Check it out. Think of all the things that other people believe that you know to be not true, and you want them to see your view. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. If they truly believe it, they're going to fight for it. We all exercise faith because even fear is believing in evil things. So either you're believing everything is going to go bad, everything's going to go wrong, the world's going to fall apart, or you believe, yes, there's a God and he's watching over me and he's going to protect me and all is right with the world. So it really depends on you, and maybe check your belief system. I feel that I want to be happy. And if I'm in charge of my happiness, I'm certainly not going to get caught up in fear. So your belief system determines not only how you run your life, but also your health. And we recognize that because science shows us how vibrations affect our health, and emotions affect vibrations. So I hope that this has been beneficial, that you've enjoyed the class today, that you share it with other people. If you found some benefit in it, give me a thumbs up and comment, share your ideas with other people. Subscribe if you've been just viewing this and wondering if maybe this is a channel that would be beneficial for you. And until next time, this is Dr. Mary for the health of it.